Hello everyone. Welcome to Skills Build Training YouTube channel. I am Sanya and this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro fast. So today we are going to discuss about Windows 11 for older computers TPM compatibility guide. As you all know that Microsoft announced that Windows 11 will require TPM Trusted Platform Module chips on existing and new devices. It is a significant hardware change that has been years in the making, but Microsoft's messy way of communicating this has left many confused about whether this hardware is compatible, what is a TPM, why do you need one for Windows 11, and how do you know that your system has TPM or not. So in this video I will discuss all these things in details so you can get a better idea. So what is TPM? Trusted Platform Module technology is designed to provide hardware-based security-related functions. A TPM chip is a secure crypto processor that is designed to carry out cryptographic operations. The chip includes multiple physical security mechanisms to make it tamper-resistant, and malicious software is unable to tamper with the security functions of TPM. Some of the key advantages of using TPM technology are that you can generate, store, and limit the use of cryptographic keys. Use TPM technology for platform device authentication by using the TPM's unique RSA key, which is burnt into itself. Help ensure platform integrity by taking and storing security measurements. Now, the most common TPM functions are used for system integrity measurements and for key creation and use. During the boot process of a system, the boot code that is loaded, including firmware and the operating system components, can be measured and recorded in the TPM. The integrity measurements can be used as evidence for how a system started and to make sure that a TPM-based key was used only when the correct software was used to boot the system. Now, if I talk about that how TPM-based keys can be configured, then they can be configured in a variety of ways. One option is to make a TPM-based key unavailable outside the TPM. This is good to mitigate phishing attacks because it prevents the key from being copied and used without the TPM. TPM-based keys can also be configured to require an authorization value to use them if too many incorrect authorization guesses occur. The TPM will activate its dictionary attack logic and prevent further authorization value guesses. As you know that Microsoft has officially announced Windows 11, and with it comes a new user interface, a new servicing model, and a strict new requirement for the minimum specifications that are required to run the operating system. Microsoft provides the following hardware guidance for Windows 11. If I talk about processor, then 1 GHz or faster with 2 or more cores on a compatible 64-bit processor or system on chip is required. 4 GB of RAM is required, while 64 GB or larger storage device is required. If I talk about Trusted Platform Module, then Trusted Platform Module version 2.0 is necessary. And about graphic cards, compatible with DirectX 12 or later with WDDM 2.0 driver is required. Also, S mode is only supported on Home Edition of Windows 11. If you are running a different edition of Windows in S mode, you will need to first switch out of S mode prior to upgrading. Internet connectivity is necessary to perform updates and to download and take advantage of some features. Now let's talk about the versions of TPM. Now there are two versions of TPM, TPM 1.2 and TPM 2.0. Let's compare both of them quickly. TPM 2.0 products and systems have important security advantages over TPM 1.2, including the TPM 1.2 specification only allows for the use of RSA and SHA-1 hashing algorithm. For security reasons, some entities are moving away from SH1. Notably, NIST has required many federal agencies to to move to SHA 256 as of 2014. TPM 2.0 enables greater crypto agility by being more flexible with respect to cryptographic algorithms. TPM 2.0 supports newer algorithms which can improve drive signing and key generation performance. For the full list of supported algorithms, see the official website. TPM 2.0 achieved ISO standardization. Use of TPM 2.0 may help eliminate the need for OEMs to make exception to standard configurations for certain countries and regions. TPM 2.0 offers a more consistent experience across different implementations. TPM 1.2 implementations vary in policy settings. This may result in support issues as lockout policies vary. TPM 2.0 lockout policy is configured by Windows, ensuring a consistent dictionary attack protection guarantee, while TPM 1.2 parts are discrete silicon components which are typically soldered on the motherboard. TPM 2.0 is available as a discrete DTPM silicon component in a single semiconductor package, an integrated component incorporated in one or more semiconductor packages, alongside other logic units in the same package, and as firmware FTPM based component running in a trusted execution environment on a general purpose system on chip. Now if I talk about the most important types, then mainly it has two most important types as FTPM and DTPM. FTPM is a type of TPM that is implemented in system firmware instead of using a dedicated chip. The TPM is a tamper-resistant, secure element used to protect cryptographic keys, including smart card private keys and BitLocker credentials. BitLocker mainly uses it for the system disk, since the TPM can provide passwordless unlocking while still resisting external attacks, such that it seals the encryption key with the current system state. Without a TPM, you would have to unlock the system disk using a password, a recovery key, or a USB stick on every reboot. While discrete TPMs are dedicated chips that implement TPM functionality in their own tamper-resistant semiconductor package. They are theoretically the most secure type of TPM because the routines implemented in hardware should be more resistant to bugs versus routines implemented in software, and their packages are required to implement some tamper resistance. A thing you can do is go to the computer BIOS and look for one of the two things. If you have Intel, it will show you PTT, Intel Platform Trust Technology, and if it is AMD, then it is called FTPM. Both have different names in AMD and Intel, but their work is same. If your system has FTPM, then its TPM is 2.0. Now, I'm going to show you how to check if TPM is present on your Windows 10 PC or not. On Windows 10, there are many ways to determine if the system has a trusted platform module, including using Settings, Device Manager, and the Unified Extensible Firmware Interface, which is also known as UEFI settings. So, let's confirm TPM with Settings. To check whether your device has TPM chip and is enabled, open Settings. And from here, open Systems. Now from here, scroll down and go to the About option. Now under the related settings, click on BitLocker setting. Here I want to give you a quick tip. On Windows 10 Home, the above option will open the Microsoft Store because BitLocker is available only on the Pro version of Windows. If this is the case, use Windows key plus R keyboard shortcut, type the tpm.msc command and click the OK button. Now, here you need to click on TPM Administration. Under the Status section, here you can see TPM is ready for use. To confirm the device has a trusted platform module and it is enabled. Here you can see the version Specification Variant 2.0. Once you complete this step, you would have confirmed whether or not the computer includes the hardware-based security module. Now close it. Now I'll show you how to confirm TPM with Device Manager. Now to check if a TPM chip is present and enabled with Device Manager, go to the Start menu and from here search for Device Manager. Now from here you need to expand Security Devices. From here you can see Trusted Platform Module 2.0 is available. After you complete the steps similar to using the settings experience, you would have confirmed if the device enable a TPM chip. Now close it. You can also check if your system has TPM 2.0 and is enabled to run Windows 11. All you need to do is you can install PC Health Check application from the official site of Windows 11. Search here for PC Health Check and click on Check Now. Great news! This PC meets all the system requirements for Windows 11 and it is free. We will let you know when it is ready to install. Now close it. It will also confirm that TPM chip is available and enabled on your system. Windows 11 will only officially support AMD Ryzen 2000 and newer processors and second generation or newer EPYC chips. You can find the full list of supported processors on Microsoft site, but here I am going to tell you the basic breakdown. Now if I talk about Windows 11 support for Intel, then it supports Intel 11th generation Rocket Lake, Intel 11th generation Tiger Lake, Intel Xeon Ice Lake SP, Intel Xeon Copper Lake SP and Intel Xeon Skylake SP. If I talk about Windows 11 support for AMD, then it supports AMD Ryzen 5000, AMD Ryzen Threadripper 2000, AMD Ryzen Threadripper 3000, AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro 3000, AMD EPYC 3rd generation and so on. Originally, Microsoft noted that CPU generation requirements are a soft floor limit for the Windows 11 installer, which should have allowed some older CPUs to be able to install Windows 11 with a warning. Now, you can also check if your computer has TPM hardware that is disabled. On some PCs, it is possible to disable the TPM chip in the computer's UEFI firmware or BIOS. If the TPM chip is disabled at this level, it is deactivated and won't appear in Windows, even though your PC actually has the hardware. To check for this, restart your PC into its UEFI or BIOS settings screen. The exact process is different on every PC. Some modern PCs require you to go through the Windows 10 or 8 Advanced Startup Options menu, while others still require you press a specific key like Delete, F12 or Escape during the boot up process. Check your computer's documentation for more information or check your motherboard's documentation if you built your own PC. Now, look through the settings screen and see if you can see an option named Trusted Platform Module, TPM, TPM support or something like that. If it is disabled, enable it from here, save your settings and reboot. The TPM will be available for use within Windows. That's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you need any help, reach out to us in the comments below. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. I'll see you in the next video.